The Democrats are at it again. Illinois just banned assault-style weapons. Assault-style weapons. Let's look at that for a second. And they even said if the police refuse to cooperate with this unconstitutional law that they passed, that they would lose their jobs. That's amazing. First things first, I've got a few examples of assault-style weapons I want to show you. The spoon. Probably the number one cause of obesity in this country and the number one cause of diabetes. The fork. Number two, a cleaver. I come after you with that, you're going to feel pain. And my favorite, the spork. But this is no ordinary spork, you see, because this spork is made by K-Bar. Oh my God, look at how deadly that is. A knife and a spork all in one. Don't kid yourself. This will mess you up. That will mess you up. But the dumb Democrats have gone after assault-style weapons. Anything that resembles an AR-15 takes a quote-unquote high-capacity magazine and is capable of firing 8-round bullet clips in less than a minute. How stupid. They don't even know what it is they're talking about. What gets me, though, is the Supreme Court has already said these laws are unconstitutional, and they go against the Supreme Court. Well, ignorance of the law is no excuse of the law, and since the Supreme Court is the law of the land, I, for one, will not be complying with their bogus laws. But I don't live in Illinois, so it doesn't really matter to me, but it does matter to the United States of America. Second, the dumbass government of New Mexico wants to ban high-capacity magazines. Anything above 9 rounds is high capacity, according to them. Okay, 9 rounds. Wow, so Glock is going to specifically build a 9-round magazine for the state of New Mexico? I don't think so. Neither is Smith & Wesson, Ruger, or any of the other manufacturers that build high-capacity magazines. Look, what are they really afraid of? What is it the government's really afraid of? They're afraid of you, and they're afraid of me. They're not afraid of the criminals. There's not that many of them. There's not that many criminals. I mean, well, there is. There's tons of them in Washington, D.C. But as far as criminals on the streets are concerned, there's not that many of them. But what there is a lot of is there's a lot of us, and that is law-abiding gun owners in this country. And that's what scares them the most. Why? Well, because what they're trying to do, they're trying to impose tyranny on us. And they can't impose tyranny on an armed citizenry. It's not going to happen. So the first thing all tyrannical type of governments do is disarm the citizens. And so to say that we're only going to allow 9 rounds, who needs any more than 9 rounds for hunting? Wow. And I've read the Constitution. I've read the Second Amendment thoroughly, and I'll just quote it off the top of my head. A well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, comma, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed, period. Where in there does it say anything about hunting? It doesn't. So hunting isn't a right? Yes, it is a right. It's in the clause of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. So, taking all that into consideration, nowadays most people don't understand the 5 clauses afforded by the First Amendment. And if you don't know what they are, please go look them up. Because it's important that you understand what it is that they're trying to do away with. The Bill of Rights is the first 10 amendments in the Constitution, and they want to do away with the Constitution. So, do you know what the 13th Amendment is? Let's start with that. If you know what the 13th Amendment is and you hear these people that want to do away with the Constitution, you can literally say they are racist. Think about that. They're racist. They say that the black community is too dumb to go get voter ID, so therefore they don't want voter ID. That's not the reason. They don't want voter ID because they can't cheat. Just like they don't want you and I to have guns. Because if we're disarmed, they get to do what they want. They forget who they work for. They work for us, we the people. Once again, I am calling for a new party, the America First Party, A party that if you're going to get our vote, you're going to sign our contract. And our contract is that you will abide by the Constitution of the United States of America, by the people, of the people, and for the people, not the government. We are the government, and it's time to take it back. Have a good one.